Hi, welcome back to the place. We are in the kitchen with Ada Vacton. She's an adjunct professor at the Salt Lake Community College Culinary Institute. Yeah, so you also, that means you're a great chef. So today, you brought some things that I'm normally a little afraid of. Number one being meatloaf. Like, I feel like meatloaf can either be really good or really bad.
Well, I got some tricks that can help out, you know, smooth things out. A lot of the problems that people have with meatloaf is that it can get dry.
Yeah.
So we have some ingredients in here that help with that.
Okay, so this is a classic dish, and you're going to show us how to make it. So what do we have right here?
So we have 1 pound of meatloaf and 2 eggs. I like to have 2 eggs. This helps bind, but also it adds moisture. The egg yolks and the egg
So I'm
definitely
going to
add
crack
moisture.
these and throw them in.
Yeah.
Can you crack them with one hand? Look at that! I'm not as good. Oh, that's not going to work, guys. I don't want to get shells in there. Okay, there's that one. And so we put the eggs in with the meat.
Yep, and then you want to start mixing it up right now.
Okay, with my hands.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you definitely want to get in there.
Things are getting dirty today on the place. Here we go.
And then you also want to season it with salt and pepper.
This is usually the part I'm afraid of. I'm going to be honest. The squishing the meat part.
Yeah. Well, you want to make sure that everything's evenly mixed.
Okay.
Now, the trick for keeping it moist is adding something else to it that has moisture already in it, and that would be onions.
Okay.
So we're just going to add some onions in there.
So about how many? And you picked a white onion for this, right?
You can go with a sweet yellow onion or a white regular onion. I like just regular white because I don't want necessarily add too much sweetness to it.
Yeah.
So we're just going to mix it up in there. Okay. And then the other trick to kind of keep it moist is using breadcrumbs. So this is one, a binder, but two, it also helps absorb those natural juices that are going to come out of the onion and the meat so that it stays in the meatloaf and it doesn't get dry.
Okay, and what kind of breadcrumbs did you use for this?
We're using panko, but you can use any kind of breadcrumb.
Panko, or just the basic ones you can buy at the grocery store, right?
Any kind of breadcrumb does the trick.
Okay, perfect. So squishing, here we go.
Yeah, we get that going. We're just gonna oil the pan a little bit to make sure that we don't get anything stuck, because you don't want to work really hard on your meatloaf.
Oh, and then have it get stuck in the pan.
And then it gets stuck in the pan. So just go ahead and load that in there.
Okay. And about half of it, because we have 2 of these pans, right?
Yeah.
And then do I shape it?
You just press it in there, make sure that it's nice and tight in there. Okay. Now with 1 pound, that serves about 2 to 3 people. Or if you have like 2 small children, this could serve 2 adults and 2 children.
Wow, okay. Yeah. So it feeds a lot of people. Oh, okay. So now we're going to put in this one. And what kind of meat do you use in meatloaf? Because I know different people like different kinds.
It depends on the fat content. What we're using here is a 25%. But if you'd like something leaner, you know, you're trying to, make sure that it's a little healthier, you can go as far down as 5% or 7% fat.
Okay,
and
great.
You can find that at any grocery store. You just got to check out, you know, your meat counter.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're set these off to the side.
So we got the meatloaf, and then next you have a honey sriracha sauce?
Yes, a honey sriracha sauce.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
So all we do is just combine all the ingredients in the pot and then just let it reduce until it becomes nappe, which is like thick enough that it coats a spoon.
Okay, so we're just going to throw stuff in, right?
Yep. So I'm going to start with the apple cider vinegar. Go ahead and throw in some honey.
I think honey is a great secret ingredient in so many dishes.
Yeah. It helps bring out different flavors, you know, sweetness, but it also helps pronounce some of the saltiness.
Yeah.
So then we have, you know, the king here, the sriracha sauce. This is what the dish is named after.
What kind of heat is that going to add?
It is going to be a little spicy, but it does kind of calm down.
Okay, so even if you're not a huge fan of super spicy dishes, this would be okay?
Yeah, it'd be okay, or you could just use less.
Just use
less, that way you just get a little bit of a heat and that's it. So go ahead and let's add the soy sauce.
Okay, ooh, soy sauce.
So since you're putting soy sauce, you don't want to add salt too much to this sauce because the soy sauce is
very salty. Okay.
And then we got some ketchup.
Ooh, ketchup.
Yeah.
All right. This is so many flavors in one sauce.
Yeah. So, and what you want to do is you want to cook this down. Go ahead and start stirring that. You want to cook this down until it gets thickened. So what you're doing is when you're reducing the apple cider vinegar, so it doesn't taste, you know, so pungent.
Yes, yeah.
And then it also kind of combines, it marries all the other ingredients, so you get a nice even sauce.
Oh, I love that. Okay.
All right.
Yum, yum.
So we just leave that on the heat, about medium heat.
Okay.
And we let that reduce until it gets thick enough.
Okay, this is smelling so good already in here. So coming up, we're also going to you're going to show us how to make some grilled asparagus and cheesy potatoes, right?
Yep, correct.
Okay, I can't wait. We've got dinner served on the plate. Coming up next. Okay, it's time to get cooking. We are with Ada back in the kitchen, and we were working on the meatloaf, and now we are going to start on the potatoes.
Correct. So we have red potatoes. We just cut them about ½ an inch thick to maybe ¼ of an inch thick so that they have a good chance to cook, in a timely manner. So we're just going to go ahead and season those with some salt and some pepper.
And what kind of salt do you like? Is that coarse?
Kosher salt. It depends on how you what you like. Kosher salt seems to be more of a plain salt. It just adds saltiness. If you use table salt, some people can taste the iodine on it.
Oh, okay.
So, which is just an additive. It's not anything bad, but it's just a matter of preference.
Okay.
So we're just going to give those a little toss, and then we're just going to go ahead and pan them.
Okay.
So we're going to bake those in the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. Just make sure that they're nice and tender. Just poke them with a fork. That way you know when they're done.
Okay, so you just lay them flat in there.
Yep, those just go right into the oven. So I'll take care of that real quick.
Okay.
Once that's done, then you can add the cheese to it about 5 minutes before you're ready to plate. You just let the cheese naturally melt on top of that.
Melted cheese on top of the potatoes. That sounds really yummy. Okay, and up next we are unveiling our meatloaf masterpiece, right? So here we go. So we just turn the pan over, and then you just gently lift it up. Ooh, look at that.
So everything came out because we greased the pan. And then as you can see, we got some juices, and that's from the onions. And then also that breadcrumb is helping retain that juice in there so it doesn't all just come out. So you have a good, juicy final product.
And it smells so good. This smells really, really good. I want a bite of that when we're done. And then we talked about some grilled asparagus. So we are doing a saute with these?
Yeah, we're going to do a saute variation.
Okay.
So we just need a little bit of oil. Now we got to make sure the pan is nice and hot because otherwise it'll just kind of steam rather than actually saute.
Okay.
So we add our garlic first, and you let that
is great.
You let that cook out a little bit, and then next you're going to want to add your onions. And all you're doing is kind of cooking them so that they become nice and translucent. So just give them a little toss in there.
Ooh, that looks good. All right, we're going to bring Brooke and Dave in here so they can come and taste some of this goodness.
We were kind of hoping.
Right? Smells so good in here.
Wow.
So the last finishing touches, we're going to add the tomato, and we're just going to give that a little bit of a toss too. We're not really cooking the tomato, we're just kind of getting the flavors of everything else that's in there.
Okay.
And we're going to add the asparagus. And we're going to just kind of toss all that in there.
Okay, and you guys have 2 new classes coming up this August. Tell us about those.
Yeah, so in August, we're going to be launching 2 new courses. We're going to have classic French cuisine and Indian cuisine. So
I want to do the Indian. And how do people get information on that?
You can visit our website. So that's www.slcc.edu/culinary arts. All the information is there.
Okay, and what if people... Thank you, Ada. What if people aren't maybe professional chefs like you, but want to come learn how to make Indian cuisine? Is it for all, levels?
Yeah, we do have options for the home cooks and then also for professionals that want to get into the industry.
Okay.
So just check that out on the website. All the information is there.
Okay, thanks so much.
Let's eat.
Yeah, bon appetit. Have a great day.
See you tomorrow.